Go ahead, Officer.
36th District Court, State of Michigan is now in session. The Honorable Judge Marlena Taylor is now presiding. At this time, there will be no eating, no sleeping, no talking, no gum chewing, no laying down or lounging, no driving or riding in a vehicle, no smoking. Please keep your devices on mute until you are addressed by one of the courthouse staff. Also, keep your devices on a level surface so that you may be seen on screen. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Thank you. All right, and you're representing both Mr. James Williams and Mr. Robert Young, correct, Attorney McNeil?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, both of you can unmute yourselves. This is the matter of the people versus James Williams. U-ticket 606862221, one count of disorderly conduct. Also calling the matter of the people versus Robert Young. U-ticket 606866321, one count of disorderly conduct. Appearances for the record, starting with City Attorney.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. John Gillis, P79500 on behalf of the people of the city of Detroit.
An attorney for the defendants.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Brandon McNeil, P number 81300, appearing on behalf of Mr. Williams and Mr. Young. Please state your name.
Mr. Williams, can you please state your name first?
James Williams.
And Mr. Young, can you please state your name first? Next.
Robert Young.
All right, counsel, this is a date and time set for an arraignment in both of these matters.
Yes, Your Honor. The defendants would waive formal reading of the charges, and we ask that the court enter a plea of not guilty and set this matter for pretrial. There is one note that I'd like to make on the record as well, Your Honor.
Okay, at this time, the court is going to enter pleas of not guilty on behalf of both of your clients. And what is that note that you wanted to make on the record, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. The date of this incident was June 12th. Mr. Young and Mr. Williams both retained me that same week. And I made a Freedom of Information Act request that same week in order for the arrest reports and body camera evidence to be preserved, as well as basically everything related to the case. I did get a response back from the City of Detroit FOIA section on October 8th, and I do have those arrest reports and supplemental reports. Those arrest reports and supplemental reports do indicate that there was body-worn cameras that were activated, but the city was still trying to retrieve those. So I don't know if for the purposes of the arraignment, if we should address those issues. I just would need to review those body camera evidence before I could enter into any discussions about how to proceed forward, John.
Okay. I know that usually body-worn cameras only held, or any type of the cameras are held for 90 days, but you have a FOIA request submittal?
Yeah, yes, and I submitted that same week, Your Honor, so it should have been preserved since they were activated according to the arrest reports, because I knew that they weren't going to get arraigned until after the 90-day period had expired.
Okay. Your response, City?
Your Honor, I can't exactly speak to, what our colleagues over at the FOIA section may or may not have preserved. I mean, as you noted, we are receiving the discovery request after the 90-day period. If it was preserved, I can get those videos very quickly, probably within a week. For Mr. McNeil, hopefully they were preserved, but I can't speak to whether they were or not.
Okay. All right. Mr. McNeil, if you could send me, I'm going to put in the chat my email address. If you could forward me the copy of the FOIA request and the response.
Will do, Your Honor.
And then we'll be able to address it at our pre-trials. So that way we can have enough time to be able to see. And if you don't mind, I'll forward your email address to the city attorney if we do have those videos so that he can forward them to you as well.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. So I'm going to set both of these matters for a pre-trial date on December the 6th of 2021 at 8:35 a.m. I'm going to set both of your bonds at $0 personal. And it's going to be a Zoom court date. So just zoom in the same way that you came. Thank you. The same way that you came in right now, zoom back in on that date for court, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. Does anybody else have any questions at this time?
Nothing
No.
from the people.
All right, if there's nothing further, that concludes this hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you both. Y'all
Thank
have
you.
safe. All right.
Ready with Ms. Williams.
Okay. And while we're doing her. Ms. Williams,
Yes,
are you able to activate your camera?
yes,
Can you do that for me, please?
okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
We're seeing you from the nose up. Could you move the
Okay.
camera? Much better. Thank you.
Is it Juanita? How you pronounce your first name?
It's Jaquita.
Jaquita, okay. You ready? Yeah. This is the matter of the people versus Jaquita Williams. Ticket number P11945519. One count pass on right. One count no rear view mirror or defective mirror. One count no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Rudy Sarah, P35720, appearing on behalf of Waukita Williams, who is in the Zoom gallery with us. Ms. Williams, please introduce yourself to Judge Taylor.
Yes, hi, this is Jaquita Williams.
Hello, Ms. Williams. This is the date and time set for an arraignment. How are we proceeding, counsel?
Correct, Your Honor. Date and time of arraignment, we would waive any formal reading. Ask that not guilty pleas be entered on behalf of Ms. Williams. She has, however, been given an offer. Under that offer, if she were to plead to count 3, which I have as a defective mirror, you would amend that to having an improper plate, and the other 2 counts would be dismissed. She would like to take advantage of that offer. Is that correct, Ms. Williams?
Yes,
All right, at this time, the court's gonna enter a plea of not guilty. Mr. Sarah, I have down, my count 3 is no insurance misdemeanor, but it's still at an improper place. So you had a right offer, but it's just the
Oh.
count.
Okay.
All right, so if you wanna take advantage of that, please raise your right hand, ma'am. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
yes,
You can put your hand down. Did you have an opportunity to talk to an attorney in private today about your case and about your rights?
yes,
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
no,
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
yes,
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
yes,
And do you understand that by taking this guilty plea today, you're going to give up any rights that you may have had to have a trial in the future?
yes,
Understanding all of that, did you still want to move forward with the plea today?
yes,
All right. I want to take your attention back to the date of April the 30th of 2021. Were you in the area of Auto Drive and Greener Street in the city of Detroit, driving a 2011 Chevrolet vehicle?
yes,
And while you're driving that vehicle, did it have improper plates on it because you didn't have any car insurance at the time?
yes,
Satisfied, Attorney Sarah?
That's sufficient, Your Honor.
Thank you. And the court is satisfied as well and will allow the plea of improper place, the amended charge of improper place to the end and dismiss the other 2 matters. The other 2 matters are civil infractions, so I'll just dismiss those. Ms. Williams, are you currently employed?
no, I'm on maternity leave. I just had a baby.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, when do you plan on going back to work?
I plan on going back at the end of November. That'll be my 6 weeks.
All right, well, today the court, since you came in and handled this matter, I'm gonna go ahead and waive the fees. You put that money towards the babies, okay?
You.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. All right. You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you for coming and handling this. And congratulations again, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a
Ms.
good day.
Williams, thank you. Thank you as well for your professional appearance this morning or this afternoon. You look like a person ready to do business, and I
Yes.
appreciate that. Have a
Thank
great afternoon.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, I'm gonna send you in with, Christopher Williams. You have Christopher Williams?
First name Christopher.
Yes,
I got him.
okay. Why we on, it's two tickets, John. They were inside each other.
You got operator's license, no insurance, expired plates, and driving with a defective mirror.
All right, so if he pleads to count 2, which is no insurance misdemeanor, as improper plates, all the remaining counts will be dismissed.
So you would amend insurance to improper plates. Did I get that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, very good. I'll go into the room and talk with him.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna put you on room 4.
Thank you, Judge.
Patience.
Going to have some difficulty with Mr. Williams, Your Honor. He's in compliance now, and therefore he feels he shouldn't have to pay anything. And said he was supposed to have his license in March. It's all the Secretary of State's fault. So the best I can do right now is enter a not guilty plea unless the prosecutor wants to reconsider the offer.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you in with somebody else and I'll see if I can get the prosecutor to see if we can do anything today, okay?
Okay.
All right,
Uh,
Mr.
Because he's a little difficult, and because he's got it all now, he feels he shouldn't have to pay at all. I realize legally speaking, that doesn't make sense, but that's what I was dealing with all that time. So who's next?
No problem. Williams Jr.
Got it.
The offer is on the ticket ending in 386, count 3. The no insurance misdemeanor to be amended to improper plate. And the remaining 2 counts on that ticket will be dismissed, as well as his ticket ending in 932.
I'm sorry to have to ask, Your Honor, but if you can refresh my memory, is improper plates, does it have points?
No, it doesn't have.
That's what I thought. It's a no points. And I really recommended to Christopher Williams to take it. But all right, I'll talk with Collis Williams now.
All right,
Thank you.
you're welcome. He's in room number 2.
Mr. Collis Williams is claiming that it's an identity theft. He showed me documents from the Secretary of State that appear to confirm that. So we either need to talk to the prosecutor in a breakout room or enter a not guilty plea.
If Mr. Sarah's already seen the documentation confirming identity theft, that's what we would usually ask for, is either something from the Secretary of State or Detroit Police Department. So we would be willing to move this matter.
All right, I'll call this matter then. Mr. Williams Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
All right, this is matter for the matter of People versus Collis Williams. Ticket number P11763866, one count of drove while license suspended, one count registration and a plate violation, no plate, one no insurance misdemeanor. Also calling ticket number P11766932, one count disregard traffic control device. Appearances for the record starting. The city
Rudy
attorney.
Sarah P. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. John Gillis, P79500 on behalf of the people of the city of Detroit.
And Mr. Sarah.
Rudy Sarah P35720 on behalf of Collis Williams Jr., who is in the Zoom gallery with us. Mr. Williams, would you please introduce yourself to Judge Taylor?
How you doing? My name is Collis Tyrone Williams Jr.
Your Honor, Mr. Williams is here today for arraignment on two matters and hearing on two matters. Those include driving with a suspended license, no insurance, no plates, and a defective traffic signal. Mr. Williams has advised me he was carjacked, all of his documents were stolen, and the person who did that is using his ID. He showed me a document from July 6th of 2021 from the Secretary of State, which indicates that his license is in fact valid. Mr. Williams, would you kindly show the judge and the city attorney that document?
This document I have from the Secretary of State. I had got these in the mail, so I was out of town, and when I came home, I went straight directly to the Secretary of State to say why is my valid is not why my driver's license is not valid and why I got 4 tickets. They highlighted that. They highlighted that it said it was valid. I've been carjacked 2014, and the case is still active. And the people that carjacked me, they've been using my name for years. And I had before the pandemic, I had to go to 36 District Court because they were trying to garnish me from my job. I work at Chrysler. They were trying to garnish my checks for a DTE bill. I never stayed on Fleming Street. I went to court. They dismissed it because I have proof I never lived on there.
Mr. Williams, I don't mean to interrupt, but let's stay with this case.
I'm sorry.
When you went to the Secretary of State and they gave you that document, did you ask them to flag your ID? So if anybody uses it?
I was saying prior to before I been did this, sir, back in 2017, I've already been red flagged it. And I've been already made police reports numerous of times. And I don't know what to do at this point, sir.
Okay.
And then prior, ma'am, a couple days before that, I have a vehicle that I bought, and I don't know what this is. Wife, I'm sorry, y'all. I pushed the button.
It's okay.
We can still see you. We can still hear you.
Okay. Couple days before this, on the 24th, my mom took me to go buy a vehicle in Dearborn, and it's the bill of sale of that. The documents that I sent in, my wife want to say,
photo.evidence at 36districtcourt.com.
You can't just talk. This is a court of law. You have to say the name, please.
I'm sorry, but she sent it in.
Stop. Your wife has to say her name now because she started talking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My name is Tanisha Williams.
Spell that for me.
TANISHA.
And Ms. Williams explained to me that somewhere she saw written instructions that prior to the court date, she should email documents, and she did that. They asked me if I got the email, but that wouldn't go to me. Is that right, Mrs. Williams?
Yes, it was on the 36th district website under services. When I clicked for Zoom instructions and all of that, it gave me details on how if he has supporting evidence, he could upload photos of that evidence to that email.
That is correct, Your Honor. That is a function that does exist. It sounds like maybe those documents weren't received by us as they should have been. But based on everything that Mr. Williams has said and the documentation that's been shown, we would be willing to dismiss this matter. Move to dismiss this matter.
So at this time.
No objection.
Okay, at this time, the court is going to grant that motion to have these matters dismissed. Mr. Williams, it sounds like you've been doing everything that you can do in your realm to make sure that your identity is flagged and that you don't get any tickets. So
Yeah,
just
but
keep it, okay?
yes, but I don't know, like further, like I'm just keep on getting tickets, and like this costing me. I'm supposed to be at work right now, and I thought I was safe by going through the steps of calling the three credit bureaus, stopping that, and putting a red flag on it. So I don't feel safe in the state of Michigan, man.
Your Honor, I think that's something he has to address with the Secretary of State.
I did that in 2017.
Mr. Williams, if I could just give you a little bit of advice, I would try calling them again and seeing if they could flag your license again. Because if it was flagged in 2017, these tickets that we're here for today should not have been issued. So I don't know, if there was a mix-up in the system and, maybe something didn't get entered. But I would just call again and just verify that it has been flagged. And if it is not, ask them to please do that.
Yeah, I just
And I agree with the city attorney, Mr.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes, I will. And I currently thank all of y'all.
Oh, you're very welcome, sir.
All right, you're welcome. If there's nothing further, that concludes this hearing, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, and make sure you do that though, ASAP, call and have them, make sure they flag your account again.
Okay,
All right,
I'll get on.
okay, all right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
I have Julius Gaiman, and his offer is
I'm sorry, what was the name, Judge?
Julius Yeaman.
I'm not getting the last name. Could you spell it for me?
Yeaman.
Oh, I've got it. I've got it. Sorry.
No, it's okay. And the offer is on count 2 to do speeding 45 and a 35. And the count 1 will be dismissed.
Responsible to count 2 and count 1 dismissed.
That's right.
All right.
Okay, I'll put you in there with you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Ready.
Okay.
Judge, can you tell me from the ticket, was that speeding ticket given on a street called Littlefield?
It was Auto Drive in Pittsburgh.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Yeaman? Yeaman?
Mr. Yeaman, you're muted.
Ready? This is the matter of People versus Julius. This is ticket number C-549160. One count was driving while license suspended, one count was speeding, 62 and 35 mile per hour zone. Appearances for the record, please.
I said I want
Rudy,
to.
sir.
I said appearances for the record, starting with House Counsel, please.
Rudy Sarah, P35720, on behalf of Julius Yeaman, who's on screen with us. Mr. Yeaman, would you introduce yourself to Judge Taylor, please?
Hey, how you doing, Judge Taylor? I'm Julius Jamin.
Hello.
Do we need an appearance from the city attorney?
No, he's not in here right now. Thank you.
Okay. In that case, Mr. Yeaman is up for arraignment and hearing. He asked me about Littlefield because if the ticket was given on Littlefield, he said he wasn't speeding on that street. But based on what you told me, Judge, he is prepared to plead responsible to count 2 in return for dismissal of count 1.
And just for your record, Mr. Yeaman, this was on Auto Drive and Pickford Streets.
It's only funny because he didn't pull me over on Auto Drive in Pickford. I was parked in front of my house. I was in front of my house.
I can't ask you,
Well, but the issue is whether you were speeding on the street that you.
This is the only funny part. I'll take responsibility for it because I don't feel like going through this court stuff. But
Mr. Yeaman, I'm gonna stop you right now. If you don't want to take responsibility for this ticket, that's fine. We can go ahead and have a formal hearing on that one, and we can have a bench trial on the other count. That's fine with me. It's all up to you. I don't want you pleading to something that you feel like you're not responsible for, though. So it's up to you to make that decision. But let me tell you this: the more you talk, you're gonna talk yourself into having to have a trial. Because if you say too much, I'm not gonna be able to take a plea because it's gonna sound like you are saying that you're not guilty of these offenses, and then I won't have a choice. So
Permit me to add, Mr. Yeaman, that if you do elect to get a hearing on that charge, the officer is required to show up for that hearing. If the officer's not here that day, it would be dismissed automatically. Based on my experience, there's a decent percentage of chance that the officer won't even show up. So if you're not guilty, we need to plead you not guilty.
I mean, I'll just take responsibility for it. I don't got time for that. I don't feel like going through it.
All right.
All right, if you could raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
You can put your hand down. Mr. Yeaman, you had an opportunity to talk to an attorney in private about your case and about your rights?
Yes, I did.
And it's my understanding that you want to plead responsible. That means I'm going to read from this ticket to establish a factual basis and enter that in as your plea today. Is that how you want to proceed?
Yes.
All right. Then on the date of June the 10th of 2021, in the area of North Auto Drive and Pickford Streets in the city of Detroit, the Julius Yeaman was driving a 2016 Dodge vehicle and did go 45 in the 35 mile per hour zone. Satisfied, Attorney Sarah?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the court is satisfied as well. Is there a stipulation for probable cause on the count being dismissed?
There is.
So at this time, the court is going to dismiss count 1, driving while license suspended, and enter a plea to speeding 45 in the 35 mile per hour zone. Mr. Yeaman, this is a civil infraction, so the fine for that is $135. you have 14 days to pay it before they start tacking on costs and fees. So you have until November the 5th to have it paid before they'll like assess any fines, additional costs or anything. Okay?
Okay.
$135. And that's it. If you have any, Secretary of State office fees, those are additional. They don't count in this, okay? They'll tell you if you have those extra fees, okay?
In
Okay.
other words, when you're done here, you do need to check with the Secretary of State. And I did explain to Mr. Yeaman how he can pay online, on kiosk, and so on.
All right.
All right, if there's nothing further, that concludes this hearing. Thank you.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Aaron White, he has a U ticket. It's a plea as charged, but it's a 3-month delayed sentence and no objection to closing upon payment of cost and fine.
Aaron White. I'm sorry, give me that offer once again, Judge.
It's right now it's like it's a disorderly conduct. If he pleads to it, it'll be 3-month delayed sentence, but it can be closed out upon payment of fines and costs.
Got it. All right, I'm ready to talk to him. Ready on Aaron White.
Mr. White, can you turn on? Okay, there you go. You ready?
Yeah.
This is the matter of the people versus Aaron White. This is U ticket 5930741. One count of disorderly conduct. Appearances for the record, please, starting with counsel.
Rudy Sarah, P35720, on behalf of Aaron Janelle White, who is on screen with us. Mr. White, would you please introduce yourself to Judge Taylor?
Hi, Judge Taylor. My name is Aaron White. Nice to meet you.
Your Honor, Mr. White is here today for arraignment on a charge of disorderly conduct. I would waive the formal reading as a formality, ask that a not guilty plea be entered. But he has been made an offer whereby if he pleads guilty, after 90 days, there would be no record of conviction. It would go away. And he would like to take advantage of that offer. Is that correct, Mr. White?
Yes.
So at this time, the court is going to enter a plea of not guilty. I'm going to have you raise your right hand, Mr. White. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Mr. White, did you have the opportunity to talk to an attorney in private today about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
I'm sorry. Say it again.
I'm sorry. Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Do you understand that by taking this guilty plea today, you're going to give up any rights that you may have had to have a trial in the future?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes.
Mr. White, I want to take your attention back to the date of June the 18th of 2021. Were you in the area of Monroe and Brush in the alley behind Firebird on that day?
Yes.
Did you act in a disorderly manner, sir?
Yes.
Satisfied, attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court is satisfied as well and will accept the plea to disorderly conduct. Sir, are you currently employed?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna give you two options, because I read what the ticket was. I'm gonna give you the option of paying a fine, or I'm going to give you the option of doing community service for what you did.
I'll do the community service.
I think that's better fitting for this particular incident, okay? Don't do that anymore. Just probably
Okay.
keep outside.
I know. I know. But with COVID, they don't let you use the bathroom. I walk past 20 bathrooms and they like, nah, no public bathroom. And then it's already 11 o'clock, so everywhere else is closed, you know. I tried.
I just don't feel right assessing a fine in this matter, so I'm gonna do community service. Now, the quicker you do the community service, the quicker this can be closed out. So I'm going to give you 25 hours. Okay. Of
Okay.
community I'm gonna have this due no later than January the January the 21st,
Okay.
2022. That should give you plenty of time. I'm gonna give you a phone number because whatever community service you do, you have to make sure that it actually counts. I don't want you to do it in vain. Do you have a phone? Do you have a pen to take the phone number down?
Yes.
All right. It's 313
Okay.
965
Okay.
8130.
Okay.
All right, you go out there and make sure whatever community service you're gonna do, that's the place, make sure it counts for it. Sign back in on 1/20/122 As long as you've completed your community service, we'll dismiss this case.
Okay, thank you.
Did you write that date down, Mr. White?
January 21st.
Right. You will not get anything in the mail, so it's important that you zoom in on that day.
8:35 a.m. too, okay?
8:35.
Yes,
Okay. And
yes. You have
when anytime I complete the work, I just call that number and make sure.
Make sure they have a copy of it, and I'm gonna give you the court number. If you finish it early, I'll close you out, as long as we have a copy of it. 313
313
965
965
2293.
2293.
That's the courtroom number.
Okay.
As long as Ms. Green gives us the okay that you complete your community service earlier than that date, I'll close it out, okay?
All right.
Don't do that again.
Okay.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Your Honor, before we bring in anyone else, could you and I talk off the record just a moment?
Yes. Okay.
Can we do that now? I didn't hear you.
Want me to stop the live stream as well?
No, that doesn't really matter. I just want to note, I don't have the tickets, and I understand from the context of the conversation that this matter probably involved urinating in public. I regret that I was not retained by Mr. White on the matter because urinating in a public place, which is usually what people do, is not urinating in public. Unless there were people around and people watching and people could see him, he may have been in a public place. But the privacy rights do not protect places, they protect people. So it's too late for Mr. White, but I wanted to express, if we get another disorderly, I'd be grateful if you would tell me the nature of the charge.
I can't, he was downtown in like during the bar night.
Oh, okay. So it's a defense that probably would not have applied, which makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, he definitely people walk past and talk.
Okay.
All right. This next one is, I don't know, it's careless driving, count one. And
What's the name?
The name is Lamont Williams.
Lamont Williams.
Lamont Williams.
Got it.
Okay. Plead to careless driving. And dismiss the other 2 counts.
And careless is points.
Yeah, careless is quite a few points too. Let me see how many.
It's 3, Your Honor.
3 points.
3.
Careless.
Okay. All right. I'd be happy to talk with him.
These are 5. And then we'll go back to Mr. Williams.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ready, Judge?
Okay, let me bring him out. Mr. Williams?
Yes.
All right, now you have to stop whatever you're doing and join us. We're in court. So whatever you're doing is not more important than this right now, okay?
All right.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
This is the matter of the people versus Lamont Williams Jr. This is ticket number X3372852. One count careless driving, one count no proof of insurance, one count no operator's license, multiple license on person. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Rudy Sarah, P35720, appearing on behalf of Lamont Anthony Williams, who is on screen with us. Mr. Williams, would you introduce yourself to Judge Taylor, please?
Yes. Lamont Williams.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Your Honor, it's the date and time for arraignment. I would waive the formal reading, ask that not guilty pleas be entered on behalf of Mr. Williams on all matters. However, an offer has been made to Mr. Williams whereby if he were to plead to the careless driving charge, which would get him 3 points on his license, we would dismiss the no insurance civil charge and the driving with license improper. He would like to take advantage of that offer. Is that correct, Mr. Williams?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you please raise your right hand, sir? Mr. Williams, I don't know what's distracting you. I don't know if it's the TV or what it is, but I just need you to focus for the next 5 minutes, okay? I gotta hear verbally.
Huh?
You have to answer verbally. I have somebody in here taking all of the minutes, not minutes, transcribing our session, writing down everything that we say. So it has to be verbal, okay? So I say, you're gonna pay attention for the next 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
Okay, you can put your hand down, Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, did you have an opportunity to speak with an attorney in private today about your case and about your rights?
Yeah.
And he's informing me that you want to plead responsible. That means I'll be reading from the actual ticket to establish a factual basis, and based on that, it will be like entering a plea of responsible to this matter. You want to do that today?
Yeah.
Okay. Then on the date of April the 30th of 2021, in the area of I-94 and East Auto Drive, Mr. Lamont Williams was driving a 2006 Chrysler vehicle and did drive it in a careless manner. Satisfied, attorney there?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the court is satisfied as well. Is there a stipulation for probable cause on the counts to be dismissed?
There is, Your Honor.
All right, at this time, the court is going to dismiss count 3 as a misdemeanor and count 2 as a civil infraction and allow count 1 to be entered. There is a fine in the amount of $210, Mr. Williams. That matter, that's due in 14 days because this is a civil infraction. So you have until November the 5th, 2021 to pay this, or else they'll add on additional costs and fees for this particular ticket. Okay, Mr. Williams?
Okay.
Mr. Williams, I advise you, I see on the ticket that it sounds like you may have been racing down the street. Don't do that. You may have Huh?
You said again, I couldn't hear you.
I know, I said, it appears by the ticket that you may have been racing down the street. Don't do that, okay? You may hit somebody else, or you may hit somebody, and that, it can be dangerous. I know you think it's cool to, that you got a nice new ride probably, and you were trying to floss, or, just go down the street real fast. I know, I already know, okay? But see, it gets points on your license, and then you have a fine to pay if the police are in the area, okay? So you look like a young man. I'm just trying to give you some advice. You got a lot of driving years ahead of you, okay? Slow down.
I got a question too. I don't know if you can see or not, but my license they suspended. I'm trying to see like how long.
How long is it? You know how long the license gets suspended for careless?
I could,
Let me see, I have my little chart.
I was supposed to go back to Secretary of State to renew it before the accident had happened, but that happened, so I don't know if they pushed it back or what.
Okay, so it's no license actions, but what ends up happening is that you have to pay for this. They probably did put some type of, hold on it for a minute. You have to pay for this ticket and do reinstatement fees because you didn't have your license at the time. So that's probably really the holdup. So pay this ticket off. If there are any reinstatement fees, those belong to the Secretary of State's office, but you pay it through our court. If you pay all of that, it should give you clearance to be able to apply to get your license.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right. Do you have any more questions, Mr. Williams?
No.
All right, we're gonna drive safe for Mr. Williams?
Yeah.
Okay. If I see you out there, because that's over by my church, I'm gonna pull up beside
I don't
you.
even got that car no more.
But you still drive, you're trying to drive, that's the point. Slow down, Mr. Williams. Enjoy your afternoon and your weekend.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Good luck, Mr. Williams.
All right.
All right, we're gonna try Mr. Christopher Williams. I have a different offer. It's blockading on the no rear view or defective mirrors. He'll take that. That's the first guy you talked to, and he said he had the proof of everything else.
Okay, I'm sorry, Judge Christopher Williams, and what was the offer now?
Blockading on the no rear view or defective mirror.
Okay,
Okay, and dismiss everything else.
I'll run it by him. I'm not sure he'll take it, but I'll let you know in just a moment.
If not, don't spend a lot of time. Just have him come in here and we'll set it for you, the pre-trial litigation.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
No problem.
Ready on Christopher Williams.
Thank you. I'm bringing him out now. Oh. Mr. Williams?
Yes.
All right, are you able to show your picture or no? There you go. All right, thank you. You ready?
Yeah.
These are the matters of the people versus Christopher Williams. This is ticket number P11948691. One count failed to display a valid operator's license, not on person. One count no insurance misdemeanor. Also calling ticket number P11948501. One count expired plate. One count no rear view mirror or defective mirror. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Rudy Sarah, P35720, on behalf of Christopher Williams, who's on the Zoom gallery with us. Mr. Williams, would you please introduce yourself to Judge Taylor?
Yes, I am Christopher Williams.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, Mr. Williams is here for arraignment on two matters. I would waive formal reading, ask that not guilty pleas be entered on everything. An offer has been made to Mr. Williams whereby if he would plead guilty to blockading, the defective mirror charge would be changed to a blockading charge and everything else would be dismissed. And if I understood correctly, he is willing to take that offer. Is that correct, Mr. Williams?
Yeah.
At this time, the court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. Sir, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down, sir. Mr. Williams, did you have an opportunity to speak with an attorney in private today about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
And he's informing me that you want to take advantage of the plea to responsible of blockading in this particular matter, and all other counts will be dismissed. That's how you want to proceed today?
Yes.
All right. So reading from the ticket, that on ticket number P119485, that on the day of May the 1st of 2021, in the area of Jefferson and Parker in the city of Detroit, Mr. Christopher Williams was driving a 2007 Jeep and did block traffic. Satisfied with that?
Yes,
attorney?
Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Is there a stipulation for probable cause and the misdemeanors to be dismissed?
There is.
All right, and at this time, the court will dismiss ticket number P11948669, as well as count one on ticket number P119485, and enter a plea of responsible to the amended charge of blockading, which has no point, sir, and no obstruction to the Secretary of State's office. The fine for that is $175, sir. It's a civil infraction, so you only have 2 weeks to be able to pay that before they start tacking on fines and costs. So that's due November the 5th of 2021, okay? Okay, Mr. Williams? Are you able to afford that, Mr. Williams?
Unfortunately, not right now, ma'am. I'm paying $396 in insurance every month. I have custody of my children, and I'm a single person. I mean, I do have my license, insurance, and everything, man. This is just. I wasn't looking forward to paying anything. I'm paying enough living life right now as it is.
Okay, so you brought your stuff back up to code?
Excuse me?
Brought everything back up to code?
Yes, I've been had my license, insurance, and everything. And me not having it wasn't even my fault. That was the situation between the Secretary of State and the 36th District Court, because every time I went to go get my license, Secretary of State told me that I did not have my license, but I did have my license. You know what I'm saying? 36th District Court gave me my license back, and all I had to do was go get it from Secretary of State. But for some reason, it wasn't showing up in their system.
Does he have everything else? Can you pull up this stuff real quick? You need a picture.
Your Honor, based on my own experience with the Secretary of State in the past few months, I find Mr. Williams' claim credible and wonder if the court would be willing to waive fines and costs in view of hardship.
Yeah, the court is most likely gonna do that. Just give me 1 second, I wanna check something real quick, okay? I don't know if this is what's holding you up. Did you handle all your other matters too, sir?
Excuse me?
I said you handled the other matters in the other jurisdictions as well? This is the last one you have to handle?
Yeah, I don't have any issues anywhere else.
What's your date of birth?
06/29/1982.
I'm gonna waive my cost and fine. That may not. Okay, I'm gonna conclude this matter. So, the court is gonna waive your cost and fines on this particular ticket, sir, at this time, due to hardship. That concludes this hearing. All right.